Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Florentin, and in this video I'm going to challenge myself to write a score, an original arrangement for string quartet on the famous tune Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, and actually time myself to see how quickly I can do it. Now, some of you may know that Twinkle Twinkle Little Star was written by none other than the great Mozart. That's right, Mozart, this composer who lived in the classical period, and he wrote it as a solo piano piece. He wrote it as a theme and variations piece, which means that you have the theme, the main theme, and then you have multiple variations on that theme. So Mozart wrote 12 variations on that theme. I'm going to use MuseScore as the notation software right here on the screen, and I'll time myself and see how quickly I can write an arrangement for string quartet on the tune Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Come along. Okay, so here's my timer. Ready, set, go. I am now timing myself. This is the opening page on MuseScore. Click on Create New Score. Just quickly add the title. Hey, okay, we'll do Mozart, and I'll try to add the arranger later, which is me. Chamber music, I think, yes, string quartet. We'll keep the key of C major as in the original, 4/4. So this is the opening score right here. We have 4 instruments, obviously, it's a quartet. 2 violins, viola, and the cello. You'll notice that the viola uses a C clef, and the cello we're using an F clef, a bass clef right here. So let me start by quickly writing the main tune. I'll give that to the first violin. Now I usually have the sound off when I write this because I can hear the sounds in my head, but I just want you to hear the notes as I'm adding them in, the sound of the notes. But when I do this myself, I like the sound to be off because I can hear the sound in my head. Okay, almost there. I'm just gonna give the main melody to the first violin. Let me just copy and paste those 2 measures. It's the same thing, right? And then this repeats over here. Okay, so that's my entire song. Well, the first theme, that is, the first idea, right? Now I have to delete all the extra measures. So here we have what is this? 12 measures, right? And also, let's work on the layout a little bit. We'll do it this way. Okay? Okay. So, this is the first violin. I'm not going to play it back, even though you could. But I'm not going to waste the time, okay? Now, so I'm at 2 minutes and a half. I gotta pick up the speed here. I'm gonna add the bass next, the cello, the bass line, okay? Let's see. We'll do okay. I'm not gonna explain what I'm doing. This is just happening in my head. I mean, I'm thinking the harmonic changes and just laying down the bass notes. Okay, so now I'm gonna kind of double the rhythm. Whoops, my finger slips sometimes. Half note here. Now this chord is the same chord as this, but I'm gonna change the bass to an E because I want the 3rd in there. Oops, my finger slipped. and that. Okay, and the last four measures are the same, so I'm going to copy and paste these four measures. This is all about speed, right? Paste there. Okay, so now I have the top and the bottom parts. Let's hear a little bit of that. I mean, I can hear it in my head, I don't have to hear it, but just for your sake, here. Okay, that's enough. Now let's work on the second violin. We're gonna give this part some busier notes. So we'll do, let's see. We'll do, we're not supposed to go above this C on a similar instrument, so we will do maybe this kind of playful arpeggios. Okay, I'm making this up as I go. I'm thinking sixth intervals here. Maybe a half note, and I'll save some of this playful moving for the viola over here when I write that part. Okay, so then maybe it's annoying to me to hear the sound because I can hear it in my head, so but I'm just keeping the sound on for you. You know what? I'm gonna go backwards on this because I want to finish on an E right here. There you go. Okay. So second section here. I'll do quarter notes or half notes because I'm gonna give some of this busyness to the viola when I get to that part. So maybe quarter notes. So we have, I'm kind of moving in a parallel motion, adding thirds there, right? Okay, and that was the same thing. So I'm going to copy and paste. Okay, and then the end was the same. So these four measures, I'm going to paste them over here. So if I'm moving too fast, I'm sorry. It's just how things are. That's how I do it in my head. So here, let me play a little bit of this. Okay, now I'm at 7 minutes, 7 minutes and 10 seconds on my timer. So what's taking me a lot of time is the actual notation, okay, not the music itself. So it's just a matter of writing things that I hear in my head. Now here's the viola. We are going to do half notes maybe to create some contrast, right? So this is middle C, by the way, and this is a C clef. So this middle line is a middle C. So we will do, okay, 2 C's, and then we'll keep it on a C like this. Okay, maybe that's a little bit too boring, but we'll keep it like that. And here goes the second part. So I'll go to an A maybe, even though the second violin has an A, so maybe I shouldn't double that. It's better to double the root than to double the third. So we'll do that. So we'll do F, F, maybe G to create some harmony. Half note here. Okay. Now we'll give the viola some busier notes here, maybe some eighth notes. So let's see, E, Okay, so far so good. We'll keep eighth notes, I think. D. So I have to end up back on this note right here. So that's a E. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's what I'm thinking. Oops, I didn't go high enough. Okay, that's much better. And now I'm gonna copy this in there. And let's see, I'm gonna kind of copy this in there. If I'm moving too fast, I'm sorry. It's just the same music, really. But now I have to make sure that this note, this is too big of a jump from an F to a C, kind of an awkward jump, but I think it'll mix up just fine. So these 4 measures are the same as these 4 measures. So let's copy this and paste it in here. And I won't click the timer. I have 10 minutes and 20 seconds. Let me just play, see if I have to make any changes. Here goes the 4 parts. Here go the 4 parts together. Listen. Okay, 2 things I gotta change. I'm glad I didn't stop the timer. Right here in measure 6, in measure 5 actually, I'm hearing a D minor and I want to hear an F. I think it's because I have this note, which is a D, and I should have maybe change this to a C. Okay, so let me see. Yes, and now I have to change the same thing here. Now it's an F chord right here. Right here, I need to add something. There's too much long note here, right? So I need to do, I think maybe right here, the viola, okay, so it doesn't fall asleep on us, right? Let's do this. I'm gonna click on this note and make that into a quarter note, and we're gonna lead to this F with a D, E. Okay, so let's see from here. Right, and that's not loud enough, so I have to double that on a different instrument and on different notes. So I think what I'll do, I'll turn this note into a quarter note. This is the first violin, and then I will descend. So the viola part goes up, the second violin part goes down, and they land on the same chord. So let's take it from here. Okay, that's pretty good. Now the last thing I would do here is I would add slurs, and the time is going a little bit longer than I hoped it would, but I'm not going to stop the timer just because I would probably add some slurs here, like that. We're good there. And of course here as well, there, just to make it a little bit smoother. And the viola part here, same thing. maybe just the first couple of eighth notes in each pattern, so that it's not too choppy. You know what I mean? Here we go. Click twice. Okay, click twice. Most of the time that I'm taking here is just notating the music. It's not the music itself. Okay, I would probably slur those and those. Yeah. Okay, so one more time. This is the last check. My timer is at 14 seconds, 14 minutes, 25 seconds. Here we go, listen. That took me much longer than I imagined. I have 14 minutes, 53 seconds and some change on my timer. And like I was saying while I was writing this, the actual notation of the music, of the score, is very time consuming. I mean, the music itself doesn't take that long, not for an easy arrangement like this, but the actual notation, the marking of the score, is very time consuming. Well, if you stayed to the end, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to write them at the bottom. I invite you to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to click that bell and give this video a like. Have a wonderful day. See you next time.